Hey guys, it's me again. Just want to say a couple quick things before I begin. Now, first off, you may notice that I've taken off my glasses after my introduction for my last video. It's just to make sure that the lens from the glasses don't make it too distracting, because the light from the screen kind of reflects off the lenses and back into the camera. So from now on, I'm going to try to be able to take my glasses off from now on, so that you guys aren't as annoyed by that as I was. And another thing I want to mention is that my school I have to go back to my college classes at Sinclair in about a week. So if you don't see any of my new videos coming up, that's probably why, because I'm a pretty busy guy, and I've got a lot of things to do while I'm back in my fall semester. But I promise, I'm gonna try to get you as many new videos from my show as I can, because I want to be able to show you guys just how much autism can touch the lives of many different people. And and speaking of that, you may have seen from my first video that I've done a lot of things that really helped me stand out to become, well, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but to become an inspiration in the autistic community. However, I wouldn't say that I'm the only one who would acknowledge this, considering there's one other kid that sorry about that. Considering that there's like one other kid that I've seen a video from who's definitely have touched the lives of his parents and really helped them to see his autism in a new light, and to be able to show that autistic people or children with autism can be able to do miraculous things and be able to surprise everyone. So I'm going to stop talking here, and I'm going to let you see the clip that I brought in for you guys.
Charlie was beautiful. I remember him being the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, ever. And when people ask me the best days of my life, I'll say the first 3 days. You know, Charlie being born, and then a couple of days afterwards, I don't know. It's just being on cloud nine.
I think about it when I see him, when he looks at me in the eye. I remember about when that first time I held him. It was just, I couldn't imagine loving anybody, anything more than I did that little boy in that moment.
As Charlie grew older, the Stones noticed something different with Charlie's speech.
He said mama when he was about 9 months old, and then he just stopped saying it within a couple weeks.
He went from saying mama, dad, dad, to just retreating and saying almost nothing at all.
Others picked up on this as well.
My mom is a special education administrator. She's worked with kids with special needs her entire lifetime. So my mom called me up and said, hey, you know, I'm going to need to have a conversation with you. And you're probably not going to like what I'm going to tell you, but I need you to hear it.
She felt like there were symptoms that Charlie was, you know, showing that he might be autistic, and I was livid with her. I was so mad at her for even thinking that he could be anything less than perfect.
That first probably month or so, I just spent just refusing to think that anything was wrong. But I trusted my mom's judgment. We ended up, you know, insisting that we get a referral, and then he was actually diagnosed officially when he was about 3.
And it was so scary, but honestly hearing it was kind of a relief, because it put so many things into perspective, and it opened up so many doors for us, and it was a way for me to embrace what was going on with him and move forward.
My son didn't change when the doctors said he was a certain way, or he had a certain, you know, disorder. It's just the services and the schools and the things available to him just opened up.
Charlie has since started therapy, with several visiting specialists helping him up to 30 hours each week.
He knows when to do the next activity by going to a board and placing it on the board.
And he plays for 10 minutes and then they make him take it back and put it in the cup down at the bottom. He knows that's over. And the whole day is outlined right there so he can see how much he has left and what's next.
Or even little things like waving, like knocking. The one that he's doing right now is, we say, Charlie, do this. Mwah. And then we're just working on little functional things. It's where he learned how to do a high five, which is probably one of the most exciting moments.
High five. Yeah.
In September, I remember when they got everything started, I didn't know he could do puzzles. I didn't know he would sit down and concentrate on a puzzle. I didn't know he had so many of the abilities. Like, I guess I didn't necessarily doubt him, but I just didn't understand what he was capable of because he didn't have the language to express it. But when they put these puzzles in front of him, all of a sudden he was just no problem.
Charlie isn't the only one learning.
Charlie's just taught me how to look at the world. I mean, he looks at lights, for example. And I see him look at the lights and he'll just squint and he just smiles and, just rocks his head back and forth.
It's like he appreciates every moment because he realizes it can't be replicated. And we don't even pause to notice stuff like that. And it's just like, if that's autism and it makes him happy, then cool.
If you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism. And that's what I learned. Every kid is different. Autism really doesn't fit into this cookie cutter mold.
It's not a death sentence. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It doesn't mean your child's a bad child. It doesn't mean he's even flawed, really. He just looks at the world in a different way.
Although Charlie continues to improve, the Stones still face their own challenges.
What's tough about this disorder is a lot of people see it as a delay. I struggled for a long time being in public and just feeling like everybody was watching me and judging me because when you have a child whose disability is invisible and people don't see what it is, they don't see him in a wheelchair, they don't see any kind of changes to his physical features, you just feel judged. You just feel like the entire world sees you as a terrible parent. And I had to fight through that and just finally get to a point where I said, you know what? Screw it. I know what I'm doing. My son's happy.
It's a challenge and it's scary some days, but I would not want him to be any different. Not one day of the week. I want him to be some other child. I want him to talk to me. Any parent wants a child to talk to them, but I mean, even if he never does, he's the most amazing child I've ever seen.
Now that is definitely quite a story. Now, like I said before, good old Charlie Stone has definitely touched the lives of his parents, and I think autism can touch the lives of many people who don't know what autism is as well. And I definitely have to say a couple things about it. Like what Charlie Stone's dad said, it just seems like some people might treat people with autism like they were raised differently, like somehow these parents didn't give them the development that they needed. But I think after watching this video, I think people would really see autism in a new light, because I think autism is just one of those things that needs attention, that can't afford being invisible. Because it's even pretty, because it's spreading, everyone. It's really touched a lot of places around here. And I've read on the internet that like 1 in 10 people, 1 in 110 people might be diagnosed with autism, and that's a pretty high likelihood. And I myself want to be able to give this video the attention it needs to be able to show that even though autism may seem like a different kind of thing, it doesn't mean that the child needs to be held back, or it doesn't mean that the child needs to be treated differently, because like I said in one of my videos, autism is kind of complex. Like, people don't know the child's potential. They don't know what the child is capable of, or what the person with autism is capable of, because autism is not set in stone. No one has completely figured it out yet. No one knows what exactly it's about. And even I still am trying to learn what autism is through what I'm going through. But I think by showing these videos to all of you, I have a faint hope that I can be able to shed some light on autism, to be able to show that people with autism can be able to do great things, and they have great potential, and that people need to recognize that autism is all around them, and that they need to do what they can to be able to make sure that this person with autism gets the best that this world can give them. I'm Greg Miller, and I will see you next time. Just testing out to see if the sound in the background is too distracting while I'm doing my little dance. Just a normal day here in solving Autism's puzzle. Hey guys! Go to the link in the description to visit the Autism Society's website. And please leave a like and subscribe!
The clips used in this video has no copyright intentions whatsoever. All clips in this video belong to their intended owners. Each clip in this video are for entertainment and educational purposes only.